What would you do if you were given £1 million? What would you spend it on? Who would you go and see? What places would you go and visit? This is ambition, Macbeth's ambition. Ambition, the theme ambition, is really a strong desire to attain power, wealth and control. And in this play, that belief is more paramount and stronger than ever before. We're going to look at this particular scene in detail now. Act 1, Scene 7, I have no spur to prick the size of my intent, but only vaulting ambition, which overleaps itself and falls on the other. Macbeth here is talking about the spur. Now, a spur is a tool used to propel a horse forward. Think of a whip. But it's different. The horse imagery here is about this idea of galloping and moving forward. It drives the horse forward, further illustrating his lack of motivation to commit regicide, because he says, I have no spur, I have no intent. He lacks motivation. But in the same sentence, he also talks about this vaulting ambition, this galloping, this jumping ambition that he has succumbed to. His metaphor is for excessiveness and recklessness, but it also leads to this idea of overarching and perhaps going beyond what he can. Furthermore, you've got this personification which overleaps itself, this intensity to overreach, and also this idea of overleaping is destructive. The second scene is this supernatural soliciting cannot be ill, cannot be good. If ill, why hath it given me earnest of success? Commencing in truth. Act 1, Scene 7. So this is the scene where he meets the witches, after he meets the witches on the heath. You've got the theme of fate and free will, cannot be ill, cannot be good. And this instance, you've got this witches that have locked in his fate. And all he sees is this image of success and the triumph of being king. You've also got this synthetic listing, accumulated here, cannot, reflects this disbelief, like we talked about earlier, and this conscious between virtue and loyalty succumbs to his own self-serving and selfish desires. This is the second time we see Macbeth kind of loitering between good and evil. Some tips here. Always have your point linked into the question, embed your quotation into your point and analyse another moment in the play. Like I've shown you here, I've compared two moments in Act 1. So thinking about essay questions now, starting with this extract, explore the way Shakespeare presents ambition in the play as a whole. Here's an example. Shakespeare explores the key principles of power, control and ambition throughout the play, especially when capturing Macbeth's spur or vaulting ambition in Act 1, Scene 7. We can see a troubled, indecisive Macbeth, one who is consumed by his raps and his vaulting ambition. The successive metaphors here characteristically reflect the reckless and ruthless nature of his ambition that has indeed consumed him. You've got there the embedded quotations in the point. You've got the key word there, ambition, in the point. And then we've started to analyse the metaphors. And I've only started looking at one of the metaphors. Subscribe and share.